All right. Session 2. What happened after you set up camp?
We went hiking in the woods. My idea.
I wasn't exactly in hiking material. I realized I was the only one who wore shorts, so the thorns scratched at my skin, but I went along with the hiking anyway.
Jordan suggested hiking, but Wilson didn't want to. Cam convinced her to go.
Jordan took the lead as always. No surprise. Jordan's always leading us everywhere.
I just walked beside Jordan since Wilson was with Cameron in the back, and I didn't really feel like talking to Theo. To me, he just seems awkward, so me and Jordan just engaged in small talk. We talked about school, jobs, our future, really just anything.
Honestly, it felt like hours passed. Riley isn't as bad as the rumors say, I realized at that moment. Well, the rumors say Riley is just like her father. He's a retired police officer who moved on to gaming after a really bad incident. That's why her mom's out of the photo. She just got up and left. That happened in 7th grade. I found out she started getting bullied the same day.
I was walking with Wilson, making sure she didn't trip in her ridiculously platformed Uggs, when she pointed out how Riley and Jordan looked like they were getting along. It seems like it. They might be polar opposites with Riley being all emo and stuff. Okay, maybe not emo, but alt? Is that the word? Yeah, alt. She shops at Hot Topic. I do like the occasional jewelry from there, don't get me wrong. Well, anyway, Wilson rolled her ankle for the third time, and we took a break on some rocks.
We stopped on these really large rocks, huge, maybe the size of this table here. It, it might have been man-made. Christina told me about some cults rooting around, urban legends that lived in the woods. Cam talked about how Wilson kept twisting her ankle and then mentioned going back to change shoes. That's when I spotted it.
Oh, yeah.
The cabin. Right.
It didn't look abandoned, and honestly, it just looked like a tourist spot along the trail. Actually, no, it wasn't Jordan's idea this time. It was Wilson's.
Wilson suggested we rested in the cabin instead of outside. She pointed out how everyone had terrible mosquito bites and how Riley was getting poison ivy. It looked much worse than it was when we got here. I hope you guys treated that better than we did.
Riley's poison ivy led us to stay in the cabin for a bit. Theo actually knowing stuff about nature and is somehow lifeguard certified went to go look for a med kit, while everyone else sat back on that old dusty couch.
I'm surprised there was a medkit in that cabin, given it was old and run down. Christina told me a lot about the things in the forest. I really learned a lot from her. I applied the ointment to the IV and sat back while I waited for it to heal.
Could you tell Theo I said thank you? My leg was on fire. It still kind of is, but it's calming down now that you gave me more. So, the cabin.
The cabin had something in it. Definitely something in it. I felt it.
Wilson looked around. I looked around with her as Jordan and Riley kept talking, and Theo just looked awkward. Wilson actually thanked them for being useful for once. That interested me. Wilson never even talked to Theo, especially when she found out what happened at camp.
That's when I remembered that Christina wanted photos of the interesting things I found. So I went back to the bedroom, I found the med kit, and I took a couple of photos of it and sent them to her. The signal there was pretty good. The campsites wasn't.
Wilson found some rather random things like pens and old leather notebook covers. Really boring. Then we finally got to leave.
When we left, I glanced back past Wilson and Cameron. I could have sworn I saw somebody. Wait a minute. That's right. It looked like the person I saw run away from Wilson. Maybe it wasn't Wilson. I hope not.
We continued walking through the woods, and it was pretty peaceful. A person? There was a person following us?
I knew I wasn't going crazy. I definitely saw someone. No, Theo did not catch it on his camera.
The end of the path led to a waterfall that had a bunch of people. The park is a national park, so of course everyone's gonna go there.
Wilson, yet again, threw her phone at me. This time she told me to take a photo and for me to get in it. Lucky. I was getting tired of being excluded. Been that way since summer camp. You can ask Cameron about the summer camp, not me.
What happened during camp?
Back in 5th grade, I went to summer camp with Theo, and we were in the same boys' cabin. And back then, me and Wilson were friends. We are kind of like childhood sweethearts, you know? We've known each other since we were kids. I'm really worried about her. I seriously hope she's okay. But camp. Theo was a bit jealous, to say the least, about me and Wilson. Let's just say he tried to steal Wilson and it didn't exactly work out too well for him. By the end of the summer, the whole camp hated him, including Wilson. She literally slapped him in front of everyone. Wilson does hold some pretty bad grudges against people. It doesn't matter to me what he did. It must have seriously mattered to Wilson, though.
Wilson embarrassed me in front of everyone. End of camp, he just slapped me. It was 5th grade, and it still pissed me off.
I went up to camp too. Of course, wherever Theo went, I had to go. Bonus, because Wilson was there too. But what Theo did was weird. Extremely weird. That is why he talks to random people online, because they don't know who he really is. After our parents got together, I started getting a little backlash. Wilson was there for me. I still love Theo though. He's my brother after all.
When you guys find Wilson, she can tell you. Theo did some weird stuff during that time.
That's enough about camp. Explain more about the person on the hike.
It was like it was more than one person. I felt like we were being watched by everyone. Probably people who follow Wilson on TikTok or Instagram. She is pretty famous anyway. And also, what took you so long with the others? I heard some commotion. Oh, that makes sense.
I feel like there was way more that we missed. Thinking about it gives me chills. Like how random things started appearing, or how when we came back there was this.
This circle?
Like someone deliberately put rocks in a circle to piss us off.
I just shrugged it off. After all, we could just move the rocks, which we in fact did.
The whole situation scared me like crazy. Being followed, the cabin gave me eerie vibes, and then the rocks. I knew there was something wrong, but I shrugged it off. I don't know why I did.
How were the other campers you reacted with?
I didn't really interact with anyone else besides Jordan and Wilson. Everyone else was nice, though. The occasional excuse me, you know?
I asked someone to take photos of us. Now that I think of it, I shouldn't have just asked anyone to take it.
I don't remember talking to anyone else outside the group.
I didn't talk outside the group, and I barely talked inside the group.
We will take another break so we can check in with the SAR team. Any questions?
Nope, still tired.
Nothing.
I am getting quite tired. Do you have any coffee? Thanks.
I think I'm good. I'll walk around for a bit since my legs hurt.
Wait. There's more about the circle than you think. Ever since the disappearance started, the victims were found near one of the circles. A circle made of flat rocks, carved with their last name. Christina told me all about it. Well, we researched it together.
There's one thing though. I could have sworn I saw Hockley carved into a rock. Wilson's last name. And it was neat, like someone professionally did it.
I think that the rocks have to do with at least something. I remember now. I saw the same circle back at the cabin. Same rocks. Maybe the person behind us picked it up for our campsite?
The first disappearance, the victim was found inside the circle. One after another, they were found either near or inside the circle. Someone's killing these people and forming these circles, and I haven't done enough research yet to find out why.